going on, YouTube? Wild Lion Games here. We have Game 2 of Season 5. Vikings at the Overdrafts. Vikings 1-0, taking on the Overdrafts. Here we go. Gardner Minshew will be on the mound for the Vikings. And we're going to be looking at Margie Rex on the mound for the Overdrafts. But first, up to the plate is Donnie Driver, left fielder for the Vikings. Count 0-2. He's going to foul this one off to stay alive a little bit longer. Didn't have a great first game despite the Vikings win. So let's see what he can do here. Counts now 2-2. He evens it up. And nice check swing for a 3-2 count. Here we go. And he's going to watch that, but it's going to find the bottom corner of the plate for the strike. And he is out of there. Noodles Nunez now up to the plate for the Vikings. Decent game, and he's going to line this one down the third base line. And he will find himself on base for a single. The first hit for the Vikings with one out. Here comes the big shot. Lindsey Mcmaster over there at center field. She's a big ball player. There's going to steal, and he's way too slow. Way too slow. I don't know what Noodles Nunez was thinking there, but that's out number 2, and he puts Mcmaster in a tough position. And she's going to find herself 1-2, and that's an easy out. Routine play for the Overdrafts. And luckily for them, a mistake by the base runner, made sure that things didn't get out of hand early on. And no errors this time, unlike last week. So here we go, Gardner Minshew with the 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And he's going to find the strike zone, but he's going to have ball 2 there. So now 2-1. He finds himself behind in the count for ball number 3. 3-1, and that first batter is going to be walked. Last year, he was the first pick for the Vikings in the Season 4 draft and did not have a very good rookie show out. So I know the manager and the club is really hoping that he steps up to the plate this year, so to speak, or steps up to the mound, I should say. But he's going to get a strikeout. He gets him looking. But yeah, Gardner Minshew's rookie debut last season was subpar and not up to expectations. But they decided to hang on to him for another season, and really hoping that all that off-season training pays off and he has a better year this time around. So he's going to find himself behind in the count 3-1 again. Full count with strike number 2. And the second batter walked. So we're looking at 2 walks and a strikeout. Here comes the left fielder, Everett Sarity. He's up to the plate for strike 1. Minshew's got a lot of speed on his pitches, hitting 100 miles an hour quite a few times already, but not very accurate as he's now 2-1, finding himself behind in the count again. But that fastball is mean, and he's actually going to throw a little wild pitch there. Runners will advance to second and third with 1 out. It's going to be a tough double play. It's going to be tough to make a double play here, and that batter is going to be walked. Oh, boy. This could be a long, long night for the Vikings if this trend continues. 3 walks in the first inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. How's he going to pull himself out of this one? He's behind in the count again, 2-0. And that ball's fouled. The pressure is on. That ball is fouled again. And ball 3, full count. Here we go. What does Minshew do here? Over to second. Can they get the double play? Nice throw to first. And the double play saves the Vikings from what could have been just absolutely horrendous. And Minshew better go back and regroup mentally and maybe talk with the manager. See what they can do to adjust his game. So here's Vicki Marshall. She's a designated hitter. You guys who've been following since Season 2 might recognize her. Ooh, attempted a great play by the first baseman. I mean, that would have been a top 10 play of the season grab if he could have snagged that. But if you remember Vicki Marshall, she was actually at third base her whole career. But recently the Vikings have moved her to a designated hitter with the addition of the designated hitter rule being allowed for the league. That happened with the transition from Super Mega Baseball 2 to 3. And here's Kawhi Hatmore, I'm sorry, deep in the center field. Gone. home run Vikings. Let's take a look at this. 413 feet over the center field wall. Kawhi Hatmore. That man is clutch. He's been a clutch player for the Vikings his entire career. Now, up to the bat for the first time, the shortstop, Dale Stewart. He's replacing the rookie, or I guess now second-year player, Riley Reed. She was drafted in the second round last year, but he's going to pop this one up in the left field. Should be an easy out. Yep, out number 1 for the Vikings. And here comes the rookie catcher, Kazuya Miyuki. Paying attention, Vikings have quite a few young players on the playing. You got a rookie catcher. They had a rookie pitcher a rookie pitcher in the starting rotation. Minshew's only a second-year player. That's going to be a strikeout for Miyuki. Berlinguino, the right fielder, he's at the plate. He was an addition last season for the Vikings, and he's going to foul this one off for the count 0-1. 1-1 is the count, and the pitch now 2-1. Margie Rex is going to find herself behind. He's going to lift this one up in the left field, but the left fielder is going to run underneath this for out number 3. That's the end of the inning, but with Kawhi Hatmore's home run, the 2-run slam, he lifts the Vikings up to a 2-0 lead. And, thankfully, after they somehow escaped the nightmare of the first inning, well, what could have been a nightmare of the first inning, they find themselves in the lead. So here we go. Minshew behind in the count. This is going to be a base hit. The first hit, believe it or not. Everything else has been walks. So I can't believe he's got 3 walks in the first inning. And also a strikeout. So that's the first hit. Man on first, no outs. He's stealing. Ooh, and what a nice hit through the gap. Berlinguino's going to field it. And that's going to put a man on first and second. Katerina Ducouteau. She was also a draft pick this year as well. I know the Vikings, we were actually looking at her. And we decided to go with someone else, and I think we're happy with our decision. But, yep, she was definitely a player. And, oh, this is crushed deep. It's back at the track, the wall. That's out of here. Too easy, the 3-run homer. 3-run homer. Maybe the Vikings should have picked her up. 406 feet over the center field wall. And she says, hey, that's for not drafting me. Here we go. On to Sean Ferrari. He's at the plate for his first at bat. And Minshew's finally going to find the strike zone and gets himself ahead in the count for the first time. 1-0. That's going to be a soft grounder over to the second baseman, who snags that for the first out. And here's Tanya Marzo. She was walked her first at bat. Oh, that's going to be just foul. What a great diving attempt by the third baseman. And the count's 0-1. Slow dribbler to Minshew. Minshew throws her out at first to Kawhi Hatmore for out number 2. Jackson Moore, the 4th. He's 0 for 1. He was Minshew's 1 strikeout. And he's going to find himself ahead now. 0-1. Evens it up with a ball, 1-1 in the count. And he needs to find the top of the plate, 1-2. Can he get a second strikeout? Nope. Diving attempt, but not good enough. Lindsey Mcmaster's going to pick it up, throw it into second. But he will find himself on first for another hit. Here is Nick Straining. He was walked at his first at bat as well. I think you're going to be hearing a lot of that. And he swings and misses for strike 1. Minshew finds himself ahead in the count. Ball number 1. And another strike, 1-2. Here we go. Minshew looks like he might be finding his groove now, and this one's going to be fouled off. And another foul. He stays alive. Here we go. 1-2 is the count. Minshew throws that outside. It's now 2-2 with 2 outs, man on first. And the runner stealing is and Miyuki throws him out. What a play by the rookie catcher. That's exactly why they picked him up in the second round. Nice throw. Good heads-up play. Can't complain. Cannot complain about that if you're the Vikings. That's exactly what they drafted her for. Or him for. Sorry. And that's going to be ball number 2 in the dirt. And this one's going to be fouled off. Evens the count. 2-2. Hefty Weeb, the third baseman, now full count. And he's walked. Ooh, tough call. The umpire is calling it close, but Vikings fans will take it. Donnie Driver's up to the plate. He's 0-1. And he's going to lift this one in the left field. Back at the track. Not quite enough strength as the left fielder's going to run underneath that. Great play at the wall. 1 out with the man on first. And here comes Noodles Nunez. He's 1-for-1 and made a mistake trying to steal second base and was thrown out. But nonetheless, he did find himself on base in the first. Let's see what he does here. That's strike number 1. The count's 2-1. And strike number 2 right on the meat of the play. I don't know why he didn't swing at that, but he takes a swing here. Looks like the overdrafts are going to turn 2, but not in time. Is that speed by Nunez. He gets to first, and what should have been a double play, he's safe. So here comes Lindsey Mcmaster. She's 0-for-1. She's the Vikings' bread and butter. And she's going to crush this into left field wall, into the corner. This should advance Nunez to third, but the throw into the infield will hold him there. And an error, he fumbles the ball, not at air. And here is Vicki Marshall, the designated hitter. She got on base with a single last at bat. Can she do some damage for the Vikings? A little bit inside, but it's called strike. And a little bit low, ball 1. The count's now even down, 1-1. Ball 2, a little high. Good patience. Good eye. And again, a little low and outside, but it's called strike 2. Out number 3 with a questionable call with the ump right there on the edge, but he's calling it tight. So that's going to be a strikeout. Not sure about that one. So here's Nick Straining. Ball 1. Little low. And ball 2 in the same spot. Looks like Minshew's trying to figure out where this ump strike zone is at. I'm questioning the same thing. And that's going to be ball 3. That was a little high. It's now 3-1. He's behind in the count. Strike 2. It looks a little inside. The ump seems like he's pretty inconsistent with his strike zone, but that's a definite ball 4. And that is the 4th walk for the Vikings today. And here comes Everett Serdi. He was walked his last at bat. And this is going to be crushed right into that exact same corner. The runners will advance to second and third, and he's safe at third. Great throw, just not quite in time. Here is Vern Knight. He is 0-for-1. Man on second and third, no outs. He's in a perfect position to extend this 1-point lead. And that is strike 1, 1-1. Minshew finds the upper part of the plate for strike 2 and foul ball. He stays alive. And he pitches him way outside, 2-2. And this is just going to be thrown into first for the first out, but he will get the run scored. Overdrafts go up 4-2. And it's interesting to see what the fielders might do here. And it actually might be interesting to do what Minshew might do. See what Minshew might do here. He's 2-0 in the count, 3-0. I wonder if he's gonna intentionally walk this batter. Doesn't look like it. He finds the plate for strike 1, and he'll walk the batter, unintentionally or not. That might have been the right move because at least now the Vikings can get themselves a double play, and rightfully so. The manager's pulling this guy. You gotta pull him. That's his 6th walk of the game. In just, not even 3 innings. So here comes Paul George, the relief pitcher. Let's see if he can bring the Vikings back from where Minshew put him in a pretty terrible position. This is going to be out in center field, but McMaster's got a tough throw to Nunez. He's not even going to attempt to throw to home plate. That's just, you got to at least attempt to throw. That's just lazy play there by the Vikings. And looked like a strike, but it's going to be called ball. Overdrafts up 5-2 with a man on first. That ball's going to find the dirt, now 3-1. Vikings having trouble on the mound today. And that's just going to be lofted up over to Kawhi Hatmore. And he gets the third out, saving this from getting any worse. Up at the plate is going to be Kawhi Hatmore, Dale Stewart, and Kazuya Miyuki. Kawhi Hatmore homered, 2-run homer, and the Vikings only score in this game in his last at bat. So here we go. The count's 1-1. He's now down in the count 1-2. Let's see what he can do here. And that's going to be a slow grounder to the shortstop for out number 1. Things not looking too good for the Vikings right now. As we all know, at any moment things can turn around, and all it takes is one hit. But not looking too hot. 0-2 is the count. Donnie Driver, he's going to watch that go way outside for ball number 1. And he takes a nice swing. It's going to be just foul. And he stays alive a little bit longer, and again, foul territory. 1-2. Dale Stewart swings and a nice snag by the shortstop. And now we have Kazuya Miyuki up at the plate. The rookie catcher who 0 for 1 but had a nice throw out for an attempted steal for second base. And pretty good debut last week in his first game. But he's going to pop this one up for out number 3. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Vikings down 5-2. And here's Sean Ferrari. He is 0 for 1. And that's going to be found at the bottom of the plate, ball 1. And he'll get this up in the zone for strike 1. Paul George also struggling to find the strike zone here, but he at least has found himself. Oh, and this one's jack deep. That's gone. Oh, nope, it's a little short. McMaster finds it at the track in center field. I really thought that was out of here when it left the plate. Paul George almost giving up another home run there. And the count's 1-1 with 1 out. That's going to be ball 2. And strike 2. Here we go. 2-2's the count, and that's going to be a liner right up the middle. McMaster staying busy out there. Not getting much done, but the hits are rolling out to her. So here's Jackson Moore, the 4th. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He was struck out in the first inning. And that's going to find the strike zone 1-1. And Vikings are going to be looking for a double play opportunity here to go ahead and jump ahead to the 5th. And they're going to get it if they play this right. Noodles Nunez not going for the double. I'm not too sure about that or what he's thinking, but he's had a couple questionable decisions now. Not going for the double play there and not throwing the ball home earlier in the, I think it was a couple innings ago. And this is going to be hit into the gap. McMaster slides down. She's going to throw this home, and Kawhi Hatmore is going to snag it. Not in time. Overdrafts go up 6-2. 2 outs, man on first. This could have been avoided. Here's McMaster. She's going to try and slide under this one. What a snag to get the Vikings out of the inning and to keep things from getting any worse than they already are. We got the bottom of the lineup coming up with Bern Linguino and Hefty Weeb before we get back to the top of the rotation. So, Bern Linguino's at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be called strike 2-1. And the next pitch, it looked outside, but the count's now 2-2, way inside for a full count. And fair ball, great diving catch, and she's going to throw him out at first. And Hefty Weeb is now up to the plate as Bern Linguino goes 0 for 2. And Margie Rex having a great game on the mound so far. Only 4 hits and a walk, 4 innings pitched, only 2 runs scored. Not looking too bad for her. This one's going to be grounded through the gap. Easy single for Hefty Weeb. And now the Vikings will get to see the top of the rotation. But they're not looking too hot either. Here's Donnie Driver, 0-2. And this is going to be called ball 1. And ball 2. Nice patience by Donnie Driver here. This one just laid fat in the middle. I don't know why he didn't swing at that. Ball 3 now, 3-1. He's got to swing at something, but he's actually going to watch that. Very patient at bat there for Donnie Driver. Not being too eager to try and squeeze in a hit after going 0 for 2. And the overdrafts are actually going to pull Margie Rex now after just 5 innings, or not even quite 5 innings. And here we go. Do the Vikings... Oh, they're going to send them all the way home. And they're going to throw the ball home. Not in time. Vikings score with a great RBI there. Here we go. Mcmaster at the plate. Man on first and second. She checks that swing, but she should have gone through with it. Strike 1. This one's going to be a little bit low and outside. 1-1's the count. We got some speedy base runners on first and second, so we could see a Mcmaster RBI here. Ooh, and that's going to drop in for a strike. Nice curveball. Here we go. Full count. Mcmaster swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's not what the Vikings are paying the big bucks for. 2 or 4. So here's Vicki Marshall, seeing if she can come and save the day, the designated hitter. She can tie it up with one swing. That's all it takes. One swing, she's not going to tie it up, but they will load the bases. The throw's going home. Will it be in time? It is. Out number 3. Aggressive base running by the Vikings does not pay off, as they had an opportunity to score a bunch of runs and end up only getting 1 out of that inning, and that was in the heart of their lineup too. So the Vikings down 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Here is Vern Knight. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI, and that's going to be ball number 3, 3-1. And that batter is walked. That's got to be, I want to say, the 8th walk of the game by the Vikings pitching staff. 7th walk of the game, excuse me. And he's going to find himself behind in the count again, 2-0. Tuesday night is not looking good for the Vikings, but that's going to be popped up for out number 1. They still got a man on first. Here is Armada Bull. She's 1 for 1, single with an RBI. That's going to go right through Paul George's glove. Mcmaster's going to scoop this up, but Paul George could have fielded that. It could have been a double play to end the inning. Here we go. Here's Katerina Ducato. 1 for 2 with the 3-run homer. Let's see what she does this time around. She's got a man on first and second. Paul George is doing everything he can to not lay a fat one down the middle of the plate for her to crush into the stands again for a 3-run homer. She'll hit this for foul, 2-2. Paul George pitches just inside, full count. And that's way up high. I don't know what he was throwing there, but she's going to be walked. The Vikings now face loaded bases. And here's Sean Ferrari, 0-2 for the day, but we're behind in the count again. Nice snag by Noodles Nunez. He's going to throw it in the first. And Vikings still have a run scored on them. They're down 7-3. And I know they just pulled Gardner Minshew earlier in the game. And Paul George has only been pitching for a couple innings now. But and he's going to hit the batter there. Oh, no. Hits the batter. Here's Jackson Moore, the 4th. He's 1 for 3. It might be time to pull Paul George. He's only been in there for a couple innings. And that's crushed. That is a grand slam for the Overdrafts. Adding insult to injury. 451 feet. It reaches the fans in the upper deck. If you got those second deck tickets, you're in for a treat. You might have even caught yourself a home run ball. We're going to see, yeah, that was his last pitch. Here comes Joe Butch, the relief pitcher. And, he's not going to be able to save the day, but he can at least come out here and keep it from getting any worse. Because it can get worse. And this is going to be popped up with the right fielder's going to run underneath this. And barring any errors, that'll be out number 3. So we got the 5, 6, and 7 coming up next. at the top of the sixth, which seems like this game's just taking forever. Vikings find themselves in a hole 11-3. They're not hitting the ball. Pitching has not gone their way, and this is going to drop in barely for a single. Kawhi Hatmore finds himself on base once again. Here's Dale Stewart. He's 0 for 2. Number 6 in the lineup. And he replaced Riley Reed at shortstop. And the Vikings are trying to test out to see how he is going to do. And he's going to hit this one over to left field, but Everett Sardee is going to run underneath it. And Kawhi Hatmore will remain at first. Now here's Kazuya Miyuki. He's 0 for 2 today, not his best day. And 0 for 1. Or sorry, 1-0. I mean, now 1-1 is the count. Vikings definitely. Ooh, almost a great snag there by Sean Ferrari at shortstop. But, I mean, he drops it. They're going to count that in error, but that would have been a spectacular play if he could have made it. And the Vikings now have a man on first and second. Let's see what Berlinguino can do here. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Maybe he can spark some magic in this Vikings offense and get something going for him. And he's going to crush this deep. Does it have the distance? It's at the track. No, it does not. And the runner's going to advance to third. The throw comes in. Double play. The Vikings are way too aggressive with their base running. I get they're trying to make something happen, but that's twice now their aggressiveness has cost them potential points. If I'm the manager, I'm telling them to take what the overdrafts give you. We know their outfielders have good arm strength. Don't force it. Hefty Weeb with a nice snag. Does he get the throw in time? He does. What a play by Hefty Weeb. Good grab, nice throw. He's on it. When it comes to fielding, he is on it. Ball 1-0. Behind the count again, 2-0. Vikings pitchers finding themselves behind in the count quite often today. Lindsey Mcmaster scooping up everything the infield can't grab, and she's just going to toss that one in. Here is Jessie Basher. She's 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Her fourth at bat today, and this is going to be outside, 1-0. And up and inside, 2-0. Man on first. Vikings prime. Oh, and a bad wild pitch. Miyuki drops it, and the runner is going to advance to second. And that basically eliminates any double play opportunity that the Vikings thought they were going to get. And then Joe Butts is going to walk the next batter. So, man on first and second. Now, however, with the man on first, they still have a double play opportunity here. So, it's not over yet for Joe Butts. 1-1 is the count, and this one's going to find the gap. Donnie Driver's going to toss this one into the third baseman. Here we go. Bases loaded for the overdrafts, and what do you know? Who's up to the plate other than the girl with a vengeance with the team that didn't draft her? The first baseman. That's ball 1. The count's 1-1. Full bases loaded. Dale Stewart, he's going to throw that out number 2 and out number 3. Double play. And some good fielding once again saves the Vikings from this nightmare just never ending. Hefty Weeb, he's 1 for 1. He singled and walked. Third at bat of the day. And he's going to watch that go by for ball 1. And that's going to find the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. And outside again, 3-1. Will he see his second walk? And he's going to hit this, but easy grab for the first baseman for out number 1. And now we get to the top of the lineup. Donnie Driver, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 and a walk today. Not his best day. The Vikings might want to reconsider his position in the batting lineup because last week wasn't very good for him either, if I'm being honest. We might need to find a new spot for him, or we might need to find a new left fielder. Out number 2, he's going to throw his bat in frustration because that's another strikeout. Noodles Nunez having himself a pretty good day. 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles with an RBI. And not a bad day at the office for him. Doing everything he can. His field play, fair ball. Questionable there. but they're going to call it fair. We're going to show that here in the bottom corner. And I guess they're calling that fair. So here's Lindsey Mcmaster. 1 for 3. She's got a single. She's got a man on first. Vikings just wait for her to do something. She's having this is not typical for her at bat. She's had a good day fielding, but this isn't her best at bat. And she's gonna strike out. Not a good day. Vikings. I think the Vikings are warming the bus up and they're ready to get home. But the Overdrafts, on the other hand, they want this to keep going. They're trying to pad their stats now. Here's Ferrari. He's 0 for 3, but he's got an RBI. And he's going to hit this one. Easy snag for Kawhi Hatmore for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Tanya Marzo as we get to the top of the lineup here. She's 1 for 2. She got a single, a walk, and she's going to ground this one in the gap. Mcmaster picking up grounders from the infield once again. That's her motto today. Or that's her mantra, I should say. Here's Jackson Moore the fourth. Started off a little slow with the strikeout, but he's 2 for 4. He's got a home run. He's got 4 RBIs. He'll pop this one up into left field, and that's going to be out by Donnie Driver. And that the runner will remain at first. Got a man on first, 2 outs for the Vikings. And this is going to be crushed in the center field, but Mcmaster runs underneath it pretty easily. Hung up there a little too long. And we're going to move ahead to the top of the 8th. This is the Vikings' last chance, really, to put some points on the board. They're at the meat of the lineup. We got Vicki Marshall up at the plate, designated hitter. She's going to hit this one, but easy play by the second baseman. Here's Kawhi Hatmore. What a game by him, though. 2 for 3. He's got a home run, a couple RBIs. And Overdrafts are going to change pitchers. Mango Anaya. She's 1-1. 1 out, and that's strike number 2. And Kawhi's going to hit this, and it's just foul. Wishing that would have stayed fair a little bit. And he's going to drive this one out in the center field. Easy single for him. Jackson Moore the fourth is going to throw that in, but Kawhi Hatmore always solid at the plate. He's 3 for 4 on the day. Dale Stewart 0 for 3. Not a good day. Not a good day for a lot of these. I feel like I just keep repeating myself. Not much to say positive for the Vikings today, unfortunately. And that's going to be a soft grounder. Should be turned into a double play, but he's just going to go ahead and get the secure out at first. As Kawhi Hatmore advances to second. And here's the rookie Miyuki. He's going to loft that one up in the center field. And that's going to be out number 3 as we move to the bottom of the 8th. And we got the bulk of the lineup for the Overdrafts here. Lots of guys being walked, but 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Joe Butt's not too bad of an outing for him. Came into a bad situation, and this is most likely going to be his last inning. Out number 1. Two innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 24 pitches. And he's going to hit the batter again. I don't know if that's the second or third batter that's been hit. I don't know if the Vikings got some sort of vendetta out for the Overdrafts or not. I'm the manager. I'm unaware of any beef the two teams might have with each other, or what we might have with the Overdrafts, but it's a lot of hit batters. I think, I don't know. I think the Vikings bullpen was out late partying last night because none of them have looked good tonight. And this should be in for a double play, and it is. And that ends the inning. Double plays. We get to the bottom of the lineup, reaching to the top. And this should be the last, this will be the last at bats that we see unless the Vikings pull out some sort of miracle, and we'll need it. And that's lifted up into left field. Easy play by the left fielder. Here's Hefty Weave. He's 1 for 2. Got a single and a walk. Pretty solid day for him. Pretty solid day for him at the plate and out at third base. Not too much to complain about. He's going to watch that go for strike number 2. And ball's a little bit outside, and now you're trying to get him swinging there. And he's going to hit that, and it's foul. He stays alive a bit longer. And he'll pop that one up to the catcher. And barring any errors, out number 2. So here's Donnie Driver. He's 0 for 3. He's been walked. And 2 outs. Watches that go ball. And I looked inside, but they're going to call strike 1. And he's going to check his swing, not sure why, for strike number 2. And a slow grounder to the shortstop. Throws him out for out number 3. And this game is finally over. Holy cow. Overdrafts win 11-3 over the Vikings. And I don't know if it's the back-to-back away games and all the traveling. Maybe the Vikings players were enjoying the city life too much on this road trip, but they did not look good tonight. That's for sure. So with that loss, the Vikings drop 1-1, and their next game will be next week. And I believe they are playing the Dragons. I have to double check, but I'm pretty positive they're playing the Dragons. So be on the lookout for that next week. Hopefully we can get a dub, and we're trying to turn around from a poor season 4, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. That's about it. Stay tuned.